Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at Micron Technology. So starting off by looking at their PE ratio, it's currently at a 12.57, which is really nice to see starting out because the highest you want this to be is a 20. Now seeing if they offer any dividends, they do. They have a yield of 0.49%, which comes out to about 10 cents per share. It's always nice to see a company give back to their investors when they have the opportunity. Before we look at the income statement, I want to see what their gross margin and return on invested capital is. Right now, the gross margin's at 37%, which is good because the lowest you want this number to be is 20%. Then with the return on invested capital, it's looking solid at 12% as you want this to be at 7% and above. Getting into the income statement now, we're going to start off by looking at the revenue. So as in the most recent year, they're bringing in 27 billion, which is good overall, but they are technically down from 4 years ago. So I don't really like how inconsistent this is looking. Now, checking out their net income. So it seems to be having the same inconsistency as the revenue, which I don't really like to see. And lastly, the final thing to look at on the income statement is the shares outstanding. So this is something you want to see decrease. The more it goes up, the less your shares are worth. And as you can see, it's looking bad. Overall, they brought it up to 1.12 billion from 1.09 billion. Moving into the balance sheet now, we're going to start off by looking at the current assets. So the current asset growth looks good as they brought this up to 19.91 billion, which is an increase of 60% from 5 years ago. Now with the current liabilities on the other hand, as of 2021, they're at 6.42 billion, which is nice to see as they have 13.5 billion more current assets than current liabilities overall. The last and one of the most important aspects to look at in any company is the free cash flow. Cash flow is important because companies that have a lot of money on hand have the advantage of being able to pay off any debt, invest into future growth, or pay dividends. So this is clearly something you need to see be improved on year after year. As you can see, it's looking very bad. They've done nothing but make this worse every single year. In conclusion, Micron Technology has some really trashy financials. Before I ever consider buying into this company, I need them to fix their entire income and free cash flow statements. When it comes to buying the stock right now, I personally don't think it's worth more than $50 per share. Two things I want to mention before I end the video is my trading strategy is centered around finding value in a company. If I don't see consistent growth in most or all the categories I cover, then I tend to stay away. Secondly, I also want to point out that I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy speaking my opinion on stuff on YouTube, so I highly recommend doing more research before coming to the conclusion of buying or selling any stock that I talk about. If you guys have any companies you want me to take a look at, feel free to comment them down below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching and have a nice day.